Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm very excited because I'm going to be going over a new purchase, which is the Cuisinart air fryer slash toaster oven. So let's go ahead and get started right now. So the first thing I want to go over is basically what comes in the air fryer. Now it actually comes with a drip pan, which is pretty much standard for any type of toaster oven. It comes with the air fryer basket, and it also comes with the toaster oven rack. One thing that I want to note with the drip pan is that it does actually have that Teflon coating. They did take out one of the chemicals used, which is one of the chemicals of concern, and I'll put that in the description of the video. So they did actually take that out. Another thing also is that the pan can get quite dirty, as you can see, and you really don't want to scrub because you can actually take the coating off. And if you look a little bit, some of the coating has actually scrubbed off just from use and wear and tear. Okay, so basically both the toaster oven rack and also the air fryer basket are both stainless steel. So you don't need to worry about any coatings on here. You can use a scrub brush if you need to, but I actually also soak all of these after I'm done as well, and that actually helps basically minimize the whole cleaning process. So one of the things that you need to pay attention to is the placement of the racks and the drip pan, depending on what type of method that you're going to be cooking. So whether you're going to be broiling, baking, air frying, or toasting, it actually matters what placement the basket is in, the drip pan is in, and of course also the actual toaster rack. Now, if you look here, there's actually two numbers, a 1 and a 2. In the booklet, it actually does tell you where you're supposed to place the basket and also the toaster oven rack as well as the drip pan. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the first bezel on the left. Now, this is actually going to be strictly just to turn the oven on and also to set the timer. The second bezel is basically for the temperature. So depending on what you are trying to cook, you can warm it, you can set it to 250, 3, and so on. And it also has a little section for toast and broil. The third bezel is actually for the function, basically depending on what you're going to be cooking and how you're going to be cooking it. So if you look, it's got a warm, if you're just trying to basically warm something up. It has got a broil function, and it also has a broil convection function, a toast function, a bake, and a bake convection. And then if you look at the very last section right here, this is where you would set it to air fry. So the very last bezel all the way here to the right is strictly just for toasting. So you can choose if you'd like to have it light, medium, or dark, and of course anything in between. So this last little button is very simple. It's just for the light. So although the toaster oven looks very big and bulky, it has these nice handles, as you can see on the side, and it really helps to basically be able to pick it up easier and place it on your countertop. Now, even though the size may look a little bit high, it fit perfectly with even some room to spare underneath my counter. Now that I've gone over all of the outside features, inside features, and all that good stuff, I wanted to basically tell you my whole experience when I was basically cooking with it. I tried out all the different features, and one of the features that I used on a daily basis was definitely the toaster oven. One thing that I did note was that it does actually take a little bit longer of a time for the toast to actually get toasty, if that makes sense. Another thing that I will also note is that when air frying, you just want to be really careful, and you might actually want to lower the temperature just a little bit because it tends to cook really fast, and it definitely can burn things if you're not too careful. I also tested out the broil feature, and it did cook hamburgers really well. It didn't burn them, and it kept them juicy inside, basically kind of like your perfect hamburger. So one of the things that I'm definitely not going to do in there that I did with my previous air fryer was to cook a whole chicken in it. And the reason being is because over time what happened is, even though it says you can cook a whole chicken in there in the Cuisinart as well as my other air fryer, the problem that I was having was that after it started cooking, the actual chicken started raising and it was like touching the top. Therefore it burned and it made everything like super smoky. And my other air fryer, I actually could not clean the inside. Like I couldn't actually physically see inside. So it was like impossible for me to get all of that smoky stuff to clear up. So I ended up having to basically use it in my garage, which was kind of crazy. So with this one, I'm being very careful. I'm making sure that nothing touches the top. I did have one time that I cooked wings and I noticed that I put a lot in there. And so you really want to be careful with that. But I did notice it touched a little bit. And so the great thing about this air fryer is that you can open it up with this wonderful door and you can actually see above at the top, so you can actually just lightly wipe away any type of debris that might be sticking to it. So the last thing that I'm going to mention about this air fryer is the cleaning method. You want to make sure that you're not using anything abrasive because it can actually kind of scratch at that coating, so you want to be careful with that. Go ahead and put all of your stuff, all of the exterior type of things that you can take out, like the drip pan, the toaster rack, and also the air fryer basket, and just put that in some hot soapy water and let that soak, and pretty much just try to clean that immediately. That'll help make everything simpler for you. Now, in order to clean the glass, sometimes things do get stuck to it, and so you want to be careful. You don't want to scratch that up as well. I will tell you that I actually used a Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, and it literally wiped everything away without scratching anything. So hopefully that will kind of make things easier for you guys as well. Okay, so that's all I have for this air fryer. I do actually like it more than the Philips air fryer in the fact that it just pretty much does everything, and I can fully open it up and actually clean it properly. It hasn't been smoking so far, but of course I will keep you guys updated in the comments and let you know if anything changes. If you guys have any questions on this video, please let me know in the comments below. And of course, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, share with family and friends, and as always, I will see you guys next time.